So Blizzard have listened, and this next reset we're going to get upwards of 400% more Bronze Celebration tokens from these weekly activities. How many tier sets are we going to be able to grab in this second week, and how many tokens should we expect overall? These are the things I'm going to answer in this video, so stay tuned to find out. I'd also like to get you guys' thoughts on this adjustment in the comments below. I think a lot of people will be happy about it, but it seems to be a bit of a recurring theme, this happening. So our total from last week, assuming no bugs were happening, I believe was about 50, but it might have been around 52. There were some bugs that were allowing people to even pick up their first set of tier 2 in the previous week. But this was due to a quest being able to be completed on alts that wasn't actually meant to be the case. But here are the new numbers. So this comes from a blue post by Blizzard. Basically, we now have the updates here. It's just the Khazalgar weeklies that are being updated with more bronze tokens. It appears that the anniversary weeklies are the same, but that might be different, and maybe they just haven't posted that. We'll only know after the reset, which will be probably about when this video goes live for NA. So the first one, we have that meta quest, disc quest, and delve quest. It says these are all going to give 10 now. I managed to complete all 3 of these separately to give me different amounts of tokens last week, but it might be that it's just one of these per account. I'm not sure exactly on this one, so it's either 10 or 30 total for this. The weekly event quest, which would include like the dungeon quest, the not the one for the rep, but the weekly dungeon event, the weekly arena event, these the ones that you'll find near that meta quest in Dornogal. This one is going to award 10. All of the outdoor activities in Khazalgar are now going to award 8 each, and that also seems to include Awakening the Machine now, which didn't give any the previous week. So that one gives 8, the Theater gives 8, the Spreading the Light gives 8, Snuffling 8, Packs 8 as well, and then the special assignments 8 for each one, so that's times 2 per week, so that's going to give a total of 16 for the special assignments. The World Boss in Khazalgar is now going to give 8, Queen Ansarek is going to now give 15. The PvP weekly quest, which is the either arenas or battlegrounds, I think, is going to give 15 now, and then the honor quest, war mode, and the brawl weeklies are all going to give 8 each, so a combined total for 24 as well. So as you can see, it's a hell of a lot more tokens. If we add on those 18 tokens we got last week, assuming it's the same for the anniversary weeklies, then we're going to get a total of 156 to 176 tokens this week. And then there's this new quest, the Guest Relations, which appears to give 8 in the first week as well, giving us a grand total of 164 to 184 tokens in week 2. So this is a lot more than we expected after that initial video I made, and this will allow us to do a lot more. So this is not taking into account the fact that we will also unlock that achievement token collector after 100 tokens, which we'll get quite early on in the week, I'd imagine, because it's 100 tokens total on the account. Then you're going to unlock this, and that is going to allow you to get farmable tokens, which I'm not sure exactly if these are daily or just infinitely farmable, and they come from the Codex of Chromie, Time Walking Q, and BRD bosses. Also Korak's Revenge for the PvPers as well. So assuming we got max tokens in week 1, that means before even taking the farmable tokens from the token collector into account, we should be able to buy a total of 7 tier 2 sets in week 2. A slight adjustment to those original projections in my first video. Now, these numbers might be a little bit, hit or miss sometimes, but that should be roughly correct if all of the information we got at the moment is correct. When I'm trying to do videos this exact, obviously there's different things that come up. Last week there was quests that just suddenly awarded tokens that no one had any idea about. So if that happens again, then maybe we'll get a bit more, or if for whatever reason Blizzard makes a big change and we get a lot less, I apologize for that, but this is just going on the information that I have at the moment. So is this going to make everyone feel better about the patch? What does everyone think? Will people just finish everything in 2 weeks and not log in anymore? Is that okay? In my opinion, I think it's the right move from Blizzard. This kind of retention idea of making players grind for weeks for something doesn't work anymore. As soon as they do that every single time, there's a huge uproar about it, which I believe is fair enough. And it always gets adjusted to increase these drop rates so that people can get these things done quickly. People like having cosmetics and they like farming for something to get it if they feel like it's quick or if it's worth their time. But if it's just trickling in like it was in week 1 and it was going to take multiple weeks to even unlock a single thing, people are just going to quit. They're not going to bother anymore. So I think it's the right call, but it does seem to be kind of a bit of a trend now that we're experiencing this over and over with each event. Hopefully with this one they're starting to learn that they can't do this anymore. If people finish in 2 weeks and then they disappear from WoW, I think it's okay. They've had a good time, they've enjoyed it, so they'll probably be back for the next thing. They might not, cancel their sub immediately. Whereas if they're logging in for a week and then they're just stuck and nothing to do, that's when people are going to start thinking, okay, I'm done, and they're going to start getting rid of that sub. So I think it benefits Blizzard as well, in my opinion. So hopefully we have a bit more of this moving forward and we don't have to do this back and forth every time. I will say at least it was very quick. They've done a good job at getting this done quickly, and it wasn't a long time. I mean, it's literally week 2 and we're getting 400% more tokens. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. Nice, guys. Thanks so much as always for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. It is on the kind of leveling during the anniversary event, so I am still making that. It is coming soon. Stay tuned for it. Make sure you subscribe if you are new, and peace.